There we go. Hello, hello. We are live. And welcome back to Eberron, to End All War. Thank you guys for joining me today. Uh, Today we will be introducing a new player. Say hello.
Hello.
That's your
My
cue.
yes, my name is Ben. I'll be playing as Darian, so I'll go and change my name to that.
Don't tell us spoilers. Is he hot?
Yeah.
Yeah? He's hot? Good. Only hot people are allowed in
yeah.
the party. No uggos. That's our
Oh,
party
cool.
name.
So, yeah.
Hashtag no uggos.
No, I guess. I don't know if I'd call Pesh pretty.
He's so pretty.
Or Keppel.
He's adorable.
Kebble is
Or
cute because
Orpheus.
of his personality.
Orpheus hot for an old guy.
Got it. Yes,
How
so,
old is Orpheus again?
like 102.
5.
Yeah.
He's not that old then.
He's not an elf, he's a half-elf. They only live to 150.
Well-
He's effectively a 70-year-old man.
Well, I'm 114 now, so I guess that's fine. I'm older than Orpheus. Oh my god, I'm older than Orpheus.
You don't look it.
Yes, so...
I'm the old man.
Aren't you 113?
Yes, 113 because I was 99, which is a whole thing that he's like in the back of his mind, like having a constant panic attack about. Because his
Well, he
100th
just
birthday
got
was.
older because of the angels.
I know his 100th birthday was kind of a big deal, and it's like it's just happened. It's done. Like, okay.
Wait, what angels?
Oh,
we
you
were-
missed so much.
We did
No,
a
he was there for
puzzle-
the angels that went through.
No,
and
no,
made
his
you
character.
alive and
Oh,
make you
yeah,
older.
yeah.
You were.
Yeah, I
He was
got
there for the
caught
first
by
part
them.
of that, yeah.
Yeah, I lost 14 years. Anyway,
God damn.
that's fine. Just don't look at the crow's feet.
Alright. While we are getting to the point where we will be introducing you, Darian, if you want
don't worry.
to follow the links and get your, join the alchemy, and get your, character set up, you don't have to, put all the character details and stuff into alchemy unless you plan on rolling in alchemy. You can just kind of put your name and then your, a picture or something of your character to join. But, yeah. That way you'll have access to the background scene and the battle map and all that other stuff when it comes time.
Nice.
Shh, I need to open alchemy. I haven't done that
Alright,
yet.
so, thank you everyone for joining. Does anyone want to give me the recap? Catch War up a little bit.
Please, I'm missing so much.
Should we give?
You don't
Wait,
need it.
should we give the last two? Yeah, Lore and Astasor sneak in. Yeah, should we give the last two recaps for him?
If you want to. I'll still only give one inspiration, but if you want to, you can give two.
No, that's fucked up. What if one person does 1 week and one person does a different week?
Whoever starts speaking first.
No, we both get one.
It was worth a shot. It was a
You're
nice
a
try.
fascist.
We
well,
have
you
the
can go
references in notes channel. You can.
Yeah, you can go read the other one.
Oh,
your
that's
dad
right.
did.
Yeah, just I just go read them. I've been gone for 3 weeks.
It's fine. Well, you could just go read them yourself. But
You
I'll
got
do...
this. You're locked in.
Okay, so we begin with a six-headed Hydra looming menacingly over us. We start on the offensive, blowing their spell slots on it. I love that.
It's true.
We took out 3 of the heads pretty quick off. Kevel became the MVP. He has Dragon Breath, and I already knew this because I'm so smart. But everybody else eventually figured it out. It was really cute to watch it happen in real time. That if you do even a single point of fire damage to the Hydra, it will not regrow any heads. So we figured that out, and it was actually not that hard to kill it after that.
Or it could have
Kevin-
just been a weird one. It could have been a weird Hydra.
It could have also been a weird Hydra that just was, I don't know, sick or something. Keble went down a couple of times, but I am amazing, and I was able to keep him alive, obviously. Oh my god, yeah. Tabs and I got dragged underwater for a little while. That was horrific. Thought I was gonna die. But we fucking killed that bitch. And we cut it open, and inside of it, we found a prosthetic arm and a little statue. And we figured out through some trial and error that the statue went on a thing, and it, like, did some stuff. Oh my god. We tried to long rest. Yes, we switched Keble out for Orpheus at that point, because Keble was kind of fucked up, and he, like, died 3 times. So we switched him out for Orpheus in the final chamber. We found the story of Steno.
The Gorgon you fought in the first dungeon.
Right.
Yep.
Which was the Gorgon that we fought in the first dungeon. And about her fight with Perseus that ended with her getting in prison. We've learned that whole story. The tunnel kind of, like, turned into this beautiful grove that there was, like, cliffs and mountains that surrounded it. So it was like this, like, kind of hidden little place with a little monument in the center that had, like, a grave and a sarcophagus on there, and it was Perseus's, wasn't it? Yeah. Perseus's sarcophagus. We found it, and we didn't raid it because we're good little kitties. Unlike fucking apparently every other group that's done this.
That is true. Every other group has had to fight a paladin fire giant before.
Yeah, we decided to be respectful. We got some, like, I guess more of the prophecy. If the archmages unite and the chosen fail, at millennia's end, the crown of sorrow will swallow the world. We're probably the chosen ones, let's be honest with ourselves. We're basically gods. So we better not fuck up, I guess.
Level 7.
We've
says
died
that.
a lot for gods.
Hey, as far as,
so
like,
funny.
our strength versus, like, regular humans and whatever, like, yeah, we're fucking ridiculously powerful.
Don't forget, regular civilians are like level 1 to 3, so.
They're bitches. Yes, so we identified that it's definitely part of the prophecy, and Millennia's End is, like, 2 years away. I think we're, what did we say, 998?
Yeah.
So we got, like, 2 years until Millennium's End, and the Backstreet Boys come out and do a return tour. We decided that we were going to be good, and we didn't steal anything, so we didn't have to fight that guy. And then Doof promised us a payment, and I don't know what happened after that, because that's all you wrote.
Yeah, that's
guess
good.
we
That's where we
stopped
ended.
there.
You guys were heading back
Any
to
conversations
Korenberg.
with Right, heading back
Not
to
just
Korenberg.
payment, publishing rights.
Yes.
He didn't agree on the publishing rights.
Ooh.
I'm gonna make him
Yes, he
agree
did.
on the publishing rights.
How? Ooh.
Well, because that's how he gets paid, right? It's like the publishing rights and stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, we get a portion of it.
Joint publishing.
We get a portion of
But
the
we
proceeds.
waive the fee. You know, we waive the money that comes with it in exchange
What?
for a one-time payment.
It's a horrible
Yeah,
idea.
so we waive royalties. We waive royalties in exchange for a one-time payment. That way Doof
Never should do
gets
that.
that way we all get credit,
Okay,
but
okay.
Doof gets to continue research.
Did you say that we could long rest?
Yeah, go ahead. Unless you guys are gonna pick a fight the second you get into town, you should be able to long rest.
I mean, we were talking about being gods and stuff.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
sometimes
mean
we
it's
take
kind
naps
of the,
too.
Somebody might pick a
Carolyn.
fight.
kind of our shtick.
Well, they should
Getting
also
into stupid fights for no reason.
let gods take naps sometimes.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna click the button. You can't
Not true.
stop.
You guys are probably the most good aligned party that has run this campaign so far.
That's
Funny that
really-
we're the best good aligned and we're
yeah,
pretty
that's
chaotic.
really sad.
Chaotic good is still good. Alright, just because you guys like to go drinking on the weekends and Ireland has to drag you to a random hotel almost every time you get back from a mission, doesn't mean that you don't try to do the right thing.
We don't burn the hotel down when the guy at the desk charges us double because we trashed the fucking room. Like, we're good guys.
So good.
For the most part.
For the all parts.
Sometimes.
Also, weirdly enough, the only group that hasn't gone to a strip club at some point.
Wait, are there strip clubs?
I'm okay with
How is that a common thing to
I'm
happen?
okay with not doing that.
It's not a common thing to happen, but so when I
But
was
we're the
when I
only
was
party
running
to
my
not
Wednesday
do it
campaign,
yet.
I'm okay
they
with
did
not
it.
doing
They did it once, just like as like a side thing. They just wanted to like seek one out to bring the Warforged there because they thought it would be funny. And then my Friday campaign had like a mission that kind of brought them through one, like a side quest that they chose. Anyways,
Again, how is that a common
wanna
enough
go-
thing that we're the only party to not do it?
well, I've only
just
done
wanna go
3.
for the
This is the third
Oscars.
campaign that I've run on this in this setting, so only 2 people have to do it for it to be you not being the only one.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. What's the old meme? Yeah, it's if I had
If
a
I
nickel
had a
for every
nickel
time
for
that
every
happened, I'd
time.
have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
If I had a nickel for every time that I ran into a Hydra at an ancient excavation site, I'd have 2 nickels.
It happened before? You could have warned us.
Well, I didn't think it happened twice.
Nobody expects the Hydra Inquisition.
Right, I got like,
Hell, I was just
I
thinking
got
of
a-
another meme that fits something.
okay, well,
Yeah.
can you think of it? Can you think of it later? Because I got like 15.
Yeah.
Yes,
I gotta
yes.
go for-
So
I'd like to do something.
Dr. Doof will, you guys will head back to Korenberg. He'll go talk to the board to secure his funding and stuff. And the next day before you guys set off, he approaches you all at your ship or wherever you're staying. Well, I really couldn't have done it without you. So, I want to give you this for thanks. It's a shame I couldn't see Tabithy off. Tabithy and her guard, Officer Callahan, had already started heading back so that she could go back to jail and do the rest of her sentence. But he does offer you guys a lump sum payment for services rendered of 2,000 gold.
Goodbye with my best friend
Yay.
and my future husband.
So that's a pretty decent amount.
Mm-hmm.
You like money.
So it's
Sorry, how many?
not as much once you split between everyone, but
I mean, I think it still covers the cost of Speak with the Dead from the trial, which I missed.
true. Yeah. After a a long excited conversation and a quick goodbye, Dr. Doof heads off. He's got an entire expedition to organize now, so he's got a lot to do. And
I kind of want to ask if I can try to buy a shieldinator from him. See if he'll make one for me.
no, that is a class option. He can only have one of those. If he makes a second one, the first one breaks.
Damn.
Rip.
Yeah, he was a artillerist artificer, and that's one of the artillery cannons that he can make as a shield cannon.
Oh.
It's
Neat.
epic.
Yeah. Um. At some point after that, Pesh comes back from, getting some stuff in town. He's got like a small sack of food and supplies and stuff for the road. He's like, so guys, we heading back to Breland anytime soon? Or what's the next stop?
Well,
Any suggestions?
No.
Probably Wizard College might be a good bet.
Probably, be nice to stop by the shop and maybe see about getting some better items.
Okay. Let's go then.
yippee.
Does this sound really shitty? I'll switch to my other ones.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Hang on a minute. Let me try the other ones and see if that sounds better.
Okay.
Oh, I still have the Balance of Harmony.
Mhm.
I forgot I picked that up.
Yeah, because you bought it from a shrine.
That
Does this
is
sound better?
correct. I remember that.
Is this better or worse?
About the same. A little better.
Same but different. Yeah.
Better, different.
Same, different. Like.
Same but different.
It's not better or worse, but it is different.
But you can hear me and you can understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We're gonna have to do.
So you guys plot a course to.
Well,
Arcanix, right?
Pesh did. Okay, we said we wanted to do a Pesh quest. Pesh,
Pash was just asking where we're going.
I know, and that's because he probably had somewhere that he wants us to go. Pesh, is there somewhere that you would like to propose, or something you need done?
No. Nope. All good.
Insight check.
You don't need an insight check. He's definitely being dodgy about it. He's not charismatic enough to.
Is it mating season, Pesh?
What? No.
No, is it no?
What?
I shouldn't partake in matters of the flesh.
Even a little bit?
No, I'm a faithful man. Anyways, let's go. We should probably not be here anymore.
No, come on, Pesh. Talk to us. You're a member of the team the same as everyone else. What's on your mind?
Well, at some point, I should probably stop by somewhere and old business to take care of. But we can do that later.
What kind of old business?
Uh, the business kind.
Okay, pertaining to what kind of business? You were a statue for a very long time.
Yeah.
Look, you
So
don't have to
what
tell
kind of
us.
business? I'm curious.
We'll, next time it comes up, we'll do. Let's go do your thing first.
Okay. So our Arconics then?
Arconics. So Arconics is 955 miles away. You guys travel currently at a rate of 240 miles per day. So it'll take you about 4 days to get there.
Cool.
You guys got all like the rations and everything you need before you set out?
I would assume so.
I think so.
I think I have a bunch of rations. Hold on.
Probably
Where are my
haven't been
rations?
expending them, but that's
We've
fine.
definitely not. Yeah.
Oh no.
I have 5 one-day rations.
Alright, we'll say that's enough. Alright. Then you
You
guys
can always hunt if I need to.
set out. It's a 4-day travel, and since the ship in the bottle and the elemental that powers it needs time to rest, you only travel about 8 hours a day. Before, or if you're, puts the ship away and you guys set up a camp for the night. Everyone who hasn't taken a long rest, go ahead and take it, because this is the next day from...
Okay.
when everything happened. And, also, go ahead, pop over to the tactical map and set up where you guys want to be for your campsites.
Okay. Actually, I kind of like where I'm at.
At all.
I don't think I exist on the map.
Oh, you're right. I didn't put
Actually-
Eberron anywhere.
How big of a drop is it from where I am up here?
Probably like a 15-foot. Like, I don't know. It's kind of like, yeah, probably close to 15 foot.
Okay. Is that enough for fall damage?
10 feet is enough for fall damage.
Okay. I'm not gonna be up on the cliff then. I'm gonna choose to be on this log by the fire.
Kebble will be on that cliff.
Does Orpheus snore?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. No, this little bedroll. Are the crickets chirping? Are the stars out tonight?
Yeah. As you guys, get camp set up and stuff, start enjoying your evening, getting everything, cooking food and talking. The sun goes down.
I will play the lute.
We should probably
the
split
stars
up
come
that
out.
2,000 at some point.
Oh yeah, you probably should.
Probably should. And
Oh, don't
How many
forget
people do
to
we have?
turn off the grid, because the grid doesn't align with the grid that's on the map.
How many people do we have?
So it was you, guys and Keppel.
And Arfir.
Say Orifir won't charge you for a cut because he didn't actually do anything.
Okay.
But he will still charge you for his services. Because you have him in your employ as a pilot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you just still have to pay him. You just don't have to pay him like a percentage.
1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 plus Kebbel.
Yeah. So 5 ways.
5.
That's 400 each.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 500. 400.
500, 400,
400.
400.
Yep.
Although, I like money.
Open up Kebbel's sheet. Give Kebbel another 400.
Computer, turn off my lights.
Okay.
What's the balance of permanent good for? Oh. Detect good and evil.
Yeah. All right.
I
The-
shall add Hydra teeth to my bag.
Night goes long, and this, the stars come out. It's like somewhat cloudy, but you can still see the stars through the clouds. As the fire dims, and just as you all start to go to sleep or sit down for your meditation or whatever you do, the stillness of the night is broken. Cloaked figures appear behind anyone who's awake, prepared to attack at the drop of the pen. A knife appears around Pesh's throat, the figure behind him obscured by shadow.
Should the people awake, roll perception checks?
Yes.
Also, oh god, how many of them are there?
Friends.
Right. Give me a sec, where's perception? Perception, there it is. How's a 19 doing?
Yeah, Lorivor, you notice behind
So
just about
Saskia rolled a
everyone
20.
that you can see. You can see a figure behind Eberron. You can see one over here creeping up, leveling a hand crossbow at you. One behind Orifir.
Gonna shoot a message to Pesh on the down low.
And Pesh seems
And
very
afterwards-
aware because Pesh has a knife to his throat.
He has a knife pistol. Yeah, it's kind of a big deal.
Okay, not Pesh then. Who else is in my line of sight? Probably Stasra and Eberron.
Stasra, and Orifir are also in your line of sight.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot a message to Eberron.
I was gonna say
And
I
I
rolled
was-
a dirty 20.
Yeah, I saw that. Gonna shoot a message to
Oh, 17.
Eberron. He's like, "What's going on? Do you see this?"
Yeah, let's fight.
Okay.
Talk
as you guys
maybe
are-
first.
As you guys are getting ready to fight, you see Pesh kind of holding out his big meaty hand to you, Lorivor, like a wait a second type of
Okay.
gesture.
Can I shoot another message to Pesh and go, what's going on?
Okay. As you do, you can kind of hear the person behind him start to speak. Fully, like, hood up, mask on. Someone's been asking the wrong kind of questions lately. What manner of imposter are you? And why do you have Pesh's face? Hi. I'm not an imposter. I'm actually him. I was gonna swing by, I swear. Swing by? What, are we finally worth your time? What, do you think we've been waiting around, kicking our heels the past 90 years? Pesh looks very uncomfortable as the figure leans down to whisper something in his ear. Don't make me wait. We'll see if you are who you say soon enough. With a flick of her wrist, the knife disappears, and the rest of the assassins, as quickly as they appeared, fade back into the darkness. In but a moment's time, the figures that had you surrounded were nowhere to be seen, and you're all alone once more.
Whoa.
Casually stroll up to Pesh.
Pesh will stand up, dust himself off from the sitting position he was in.
So, not mating season.
I just put a hand on Pesh's shoulder. So, what the hell's going on?
Well, I suppose we can't do your thing first.
I gathered as much.
He crosses his arms and crosses his legs and kind of huffs and sits down, brow furrowed. Alright, well, I suppose I owe you some answers. So,
Be fair.
ask away.
Yeah. Oh. Who are they?
They were members of my Assassin's Guild. Pesh.
So the Assassin's Guild, you named the Assassin's Guild after yourself.
Pretty great, right?
It's a little
It's pretty great.
what the fuck is the word? What's the word? Not haughty, not presumptuous. What the fuck is the word? Arrogant. There it is. A little arrogant, but continue.
Why is it arrogant? If I co-founded the Assassin's Guild, the other guy didn't want to use his name.
Tacky, not arrogant. Tacky.
What's that
Tacky.
mean?
Why could I not remember the word tacky?
Or taste.
Sorry.
What's a tacky? Pesh says, wearing literally still nothing but like a loincloth. What do you want to point out?
Tasteless. On the nose.
I don't see anything on his nose.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And they are mad because
Because that other one was my fiance.
and you didn't
I-
think to take care of this sooner?
Well, I mean, I used to be known as the legendary Spear Knight. Like, that used to be my name, or my title. But, you know, being petrified and poisoned and stuff for so long, I wanted to regain some of my strength before I showed back up. You know, I was really weak and rusty after all that time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
Besides, I didn't know if they were, you know, still in the same place or anything, so I was asking around while we were in town.
Final question. Where are we going?
Would you guys mind accompanying me to Rote?
No.
Okay.
DM, how far is road?
Rote is... Let's see, from where you currently are, Rote is just kind of a detour to the left. It's 445 miles.
Okay, so same distance, just a change in direction.
Yeah, so it'll take you 2 days to get there from where you are.
Oh, okay, so it's not even really that far out of the way. Kind of a triangle.
Yeah.
I'll let
Hold
Orpheus
on.
know in the morning.
Yeah, or if you're like snores a little bit, blissfully unaware that he just had an assassin behind him.
Died. Near-death experiences are a hell of a thing.
Only if you know about them. Just think, how many near-death experiences do you not know you had?
3.
Very good point.
I don't think you...
There's 3 that I didn't know about.
Don't worry, I'm not keeping track, but I at least had three near-death experiences.
Oh, no, are we talking... Have we actually... like, ones you didn't know about till later?
No, just ones you don't know about.
just ones you don't
Just
know
ones you
about
never
every
learned
day.
about. Okay. That's 4. The answer to that question is 4.
That nail in the road you barely missed. That would have caused a chain reaction.
Which would have led to
4.
your eventual assassination by John Wick.
That's true. It would have. I was there for that.
Oh, God.
Just don't go behind the cart. You don't want any logs come falling out of it and take you out.
Oh, a Final Destination reference in 2025. Nice.
We try.
Sometimes.
Alright. Well, maybe we should get some rest then and head out in the morning. Any other...
Alright, with that,
Anything else you need?
not at the moment.
Okay.
Unless Erlen's got something.
No. I'm pretty freeform.
Alright.
Larbor's just gonna resume his watch.
Okay, then... Morning comes. And you resume your travel. I already, just to save some time, kind of pre-rolled for random encounters. You do have a safe travel there over the next couple of days. Let's see, that's the 20s. That makes it the second. When you arrive in Rote. Oh yes, sorry. Thank you. When you arrive in Rote, it is the 2nd of Nim. No longer Dravago.
I will be right back. I just gotta go grab something.
Okay. You guys have been here once before. Been to the capital city of Brayland. You were here too when you were helping the House Cannith inventors. And when you were helping Mirabelle with her shipment delay. Yeah. As you get to Route, Orifir will take Kebble to go, do a little bit of shopping, follow him around, mostly so that he can make sure that Kebble doesn't get into trouble, while you guys follow Pesh. Following Pesh through the back streets of Rote, he occasionally comments on certain things that have changed to things that he remembers, like, "Oh, hey, the Reaping Iron's still in town. Blacksmith's got to be pretty old by now." Or, "Oh, there used to be a taco place here. Who needs taxes? Tacos are way better." Eventually, he leads you to a less busy part of town, to a backstreet Zendrik's cuisine shop. Heading inside, there aren't very many patrons, and a weathered halfling sits behind the counter, cleaning a glass. Pesh walks through the restaurant, ignoring the patrons and staff, until he comes to a hallway along the back that has the bathrooms in it. At the end of the hallway is a door with a sign on it that says Maintenance Closet. Ash will gesture for you guys to follow, and he'll walk up to the door and say, "Spear Nights and Shielded Days," to which you hear a soft click from within. Opening the door, Pesh will lead the group into a tight staircase that widens as it goes down into the basement of the establishment, where another set of heavy oaken double doors rest. Change the scene. Oh, nope, not launch. Sync view. There we go. As the doors swing open and you enter the room, a small tavern beyond falls silent. Around you, you see that you're in a den of rogues and vagabonds, shady characters scattered about the various tables in the room, all eyes trained silently on you. Across the room, between a thick steel door with several locks and a regular wooden door, which you can see on the tactical map, stands a marble statue in the likeness of Pesh. The resemblance is uncanny, only this statue is holding in its hand a magical glaive adorned with dragon claws and bones, the blade of the glaive consisting of a sharpened emerald scale. Beneath the statue, a plaque reads, Pesh, the legendary Spear Knight, co-founder of Pesh Guild, 878 to 906 YYK. Behind the counter, the bartender moves, setting down a glass he was polishing, stepping out in front of the statue. Sync the view real quick. There we go. There we go.
GG. Geji?
Pesh's eyes never leave this man for a moment. Long, sandy hair and a well-kept beard adorn the sharp features and even sharper eyes of this man, which seem to burn through Pesh, fiery wrath stewing beneath the barely calm expression. Either you're crazy, or you're stupid to show your face here again after bailing on your engagement to my sister. But then again, you never were the brains of any Operation Pesh. To make matters worse, and his eyes turned to you, you brought strangers into our fold. He looks Pesh up and down, carefully observing every detail before speaking again. 92 years. That's how long you made my sister wait for you. We thought you were dead. We hoped you were dead because the alternative meant that you ran away from your engagement. But here you are. She mourned. She waited. Decades, Pesh. Just for you to waltz in like nothing ever happened after all this time, not looking a year older than when you left. What is it? Vampirism? What's your excuse? I was caught up in something. Couldn't be helped. You could tell Pesh is not good at social situations like this.
Let us clarify. We
He was
found him
petrified, like he is
petrified.
right now.
Do we still have any of the basilisk, not venom,
Oil?
the stuff that we used to unpetrify him?
Some of you kept a tooth or something from the basilisk, didn't you?
Oh my god, yes, we kept basilisk teeth. I
Glad to be of
present him
service.
with a basilisk tooth as proof. We found him in a dungeon, petrified. He was the only one we could save.
I see now. He does seem like the kind to look into the eyes of a basilisk. Suddenly, that doesn't surprise me. He still looks annoyed, but looks like he understands. Alright, fine. You've earned your mercy, but your forgiveness is going to depend on whether or not Sylphie forgives you. Either way,
Question.
Yes?
Sorry, I can wait. What was an assassin doing in a dungeon anyway?
He mentioned something about here in Tale of a Dungeon, back when this guild was first kicking up, and he took a group of miners there, gather resources for the guild, get it,
Money then.
yeah, money.
Okay. That sums it up.
Well, besides, you've never been very sneaky. Either way, if you want back in, Pesh, you're gonna have to prove yourself. You can't just waltz in and reclaim your former position. I have a job. Should be easy enough for you, if you really are who you say you are. We'll be watching you. Make sure you're not some imposter wearing his face. Changelings or magic. Complete the job. You can have your old weapon back. We'll even take you back into the guild. You'll still have to work your way up, though. Well... Yeah, that's understandable. But I've never been one to back down from a good fight. What's the target? A pirate. Causing trouble not too far from here. Name's Captain Swiftshot Alistair Thrain. He produces a bounty for this man. Let me post in the art and memes channel real quick. It's got a picture on it. He's got kind of mid to long length hair, mostly black on one side but white on the other, wearing a black and gold pirate jacket adorned with jewelry to the nines.
Would any of us have heard of this guy?
Give me a history check.
Damn. One of the few things I'm not proficient in.
I'm good at history.
I got a 12. Trying to gauge how famous this guy is.
Yeah.
Or if he's like a fly under the radar kind of pirate.
You haven't heard him. You haven't heard of him.
Okay.
It says, name's Captain Swiftshot Alistair Thrain. His gang's holed up in the town of Blackpit. Got all kinds of shady business going on there. If you're looking for moral reasons to bring us his head, you'll find plenty. He's wanted for murder, organized crime, torture, smuggling, kidnapping, piracy, slavery, or suspected of at least half of them. His operations are small as far as we can tell, but he's expanding. The longer you wait to do this, the harder it's going to be. He hands him the bounty, and his eyes dart towards the door. Don't come back until the job's done. You'll back away and head back towards the bar. Eyes locked on the group.
I still have questions about this guy, and I'm gonna approach him.
Okay. Stares,
And I'm
stiff with tension. He gestures to the other side
yeah,
of the bar.
just on this side of the bar. Just on the I meant to go here, but yeah. Just gonna lean up against the bar and just ask questions of what kind of resistance can we expect to encounter? How many people does he usually surround himself with? What kind of weapons does he favor? Does he use magic, ranged weapons? For this to go well, it'll help to have that information beforehand.
Give me a persuasion check. Advantage because you're a rogue.
I also have a +10 to persuasion.
Nice.
There's a 19 and a nat 20.
Alright, so he'll give you the rundown.
That's
Might help.
Looks like this isn't your first job. You're right. He's got numbers on his side. He's the captain of multiple pirate ships. So, you've got, depending on how many are there, you've got potentially several crews worth of pirates to contend with.
how loyal is the crew? Does he lead by fear or by loyalty?
That we don't know, but his weapons we do. Loud, fast, and dangerous. He's a gunslinger. Wields those new pistols or whatever. Got an especially dangerous one. I don't know the details. Just know that the last person we sent to scout it out was sent back missing a good chunk of his... Well, and he kind of gestures to, like, his, like, upper chest and, like, shoulder area.
Ah.
What kind of proof are you expecting back from this?
Pesh knows. I expect him to
Understood.
fill you in on the way.
Alright, that he's gonna say, keep the basilisk bang. And then walk away.
Take a look at the trinket. Stick it in, one of the shelves under the bar. Alright. Anyone else do anything before you leave?
No.
Let's. Scoping out the place might not be a terrible idea.
Scoping out the place we're in or the place we're going?
Going. God, who would be so stupid to scope out a Assassin's Guild while in the Assassin's Guild?
Well,
I'm just
to
looking
be
out
fair,
over.
that's the best time to do it when you're a friend. Also
Or to
might
put a
get a
giant
little bit of
target
the
on their
respect. Also, you might get a little bit of the respect, recognizing you as part of their trade.
back. Or a target.
It's a 50-50 shot, but any good assassin would do it without getting caught. Hell, even a good thief would be doing it.
Sometimes you
So-
concern me.
True to my own philosophy here, I do want to just kind of get a good look around the room, count the
Okay.
people, look for any good exits on the sly, or as sly as I can.
Yeah. There seem to be... So there's a regular wooden door here, the double doors you came through here, and then like a thick iron door with like 7 locks and bolts here.
Okay.
The people should be visible on your map.
Yeah, I can see
But-
them.
Yeah.
I'm good to go now.
All right. Are you guys heading straight there?
Mm, we got
I'm okay with heading.
paid.
Oh yeah,
It would be a bad idea to take a look at a weapon since we just got paid.
True. Okay, so let me switch back to road. There we go.
it's not how I expected rote to be spelled.
Road to be writ.
Yep, the W is silent.
I was expecting like ROTE.
All right.
That's just terrible grammar. Why would it be that?
What? Just excuse me while I have a mini aneurysm. Oh my god.
Alright.
Okay.
So, heading around roads, you were doing some shopping real quick?
Yeah,
So
just,
you wanted to
just
visit the blacksmith?
something quick and light. I want to see if I can get my armor enhanced.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a
So-
luck roll real quick.
Okay. That's a 2.
Oof.
Not lucky.
The best thing that you find is +1 hide armor.
How does that compare to stuttered leather?
It's worse because or sorry, not hide. Or yeah, +1 hide. Hide is a medium armor that does 12 plus dex modifier to a max of 2.
Is what?
So hide is so +1 hide armor would be 13 plus dex modifier to a max of 2. So
13 plus 2,
maximum
so
of
15.
15. Which
Okay,
yours is
so
way
that is
lower.
actually I have 12. My studded leather does 12.
12 plus your full dex modifier.
Was it plus full dex?
Yeah, light armor is plus full dex.
Just 4.
So you have a
Okay, so
16
that's 16.
AC.
So it's
So it's
yeah,
a
so
magic
I have
it's a magic
17.
item that's actually worse than pretty much everything else with a 2.
What about
Okay,
weapons?
okay.
Are you going to a weapon shop?
Of course. We're about to murder someone, might as well.
Go ahead and give me a luck roll.
I was hoping to find a shop that could do armor enhancements.
Not with
Okay,
a 2, not with a 3.
Oh my god.
Istasara, you find what looks like a really cool +1 longsword. It's
Oh,
like
oh,
Hey,
black and dark and edgy.
I'd like to sell some things while we're here.
Okay.
I still have that. I'm pretty sure it was a mithril glaive.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I still have that. So I'd like to sell that. And I'd also like to sell one of my +1 short swords.
Really?
Yeah, because I only ever use one, and if I'm close enough, I'm using my steady aim to give myself advantage on it.
Rather than, yeah, that makes sense. Rather than dual wielding.
So yeah, it dual wielding doesn't really help me at all because I can't add my proficiency modifier, which means I'm probably not going to hit with it anyway.
Okay.
So it's not really worth it.
Uh,
So
so selling magic items. can sometimes be complicated because a lot of shops won't buy magic items the same way they'll buy like regular swords and stuff. You should be able to sell them to a. Let's see. Short sword is okay.
I also still have hella potions of healing because I know Fane was talking about that. I have 3 regular and 1 greater.
Okay, so you should be able to sell the +1 short sword for about 160 gold. If you sell it, and then the mithril glaive, you could probably sell for 170 if you sell it.
Yeah, I'm okay with that because neither of them are really useful to me. So it's 160 and 170 for 330.
Okay. Because
I'll just
otherwise,
remove
if you
those.
wanted like a better price, it would take several days, most likely, to find a buyer.
Well, you know what? I'll sell the glaive for now, and I'll hold on to the short sword.
Okay.
So it's 170.
And then, yes, you wanted potions. What kind of potions did you want, Fane? I'm gonna unmute you. Go ahead.
The best ones that I can find. I don't remember how much money I have, so
Oh, like potions of healing and stuff?
yeah.
Okay. You should be able to find, I mean, throughout town, a pretty good surplus of, like, common potions of healing or greater potions of healing.
Yeah, I want some graders.
Graders are... So commons are 50 gold apiece, graders are 200.
I can't remember how much money I have, but if you grab me a couple. Just right here.
Okay. Of the
How
greater
much
ones
for
or the
greater?
common ones? Okay.
Say again?
Greater ones or common ones?
Greater if I can afford them.
Yeah, I know you can afford at least one because you just got $400 or 400 gold from the quest reward. Or sorry, I know you can afford at least 2 because you just got 400 gold from the quest reward.
Hello.
Okay. So we'll assume that you buy 2. We'll just make a note of that.
I have 580 in my inventory now. Let me get like 4 of them.
Did you say 580?
Yeah.
So the of the potions of greater healing, which are 200 gold apiece.
Plus the what did I just make? 500 that I just got. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Whatever.
I'm just gonna say this in the chat. And then you can add them to your sheet once you figure out how much you can afford.
All right.
I'd also like to buy a couple things of holy water.
All right.
Ooh, holy water, I believe, is also
I swear
50 gold, but I could be wrong. Let's double check.
50? Yeah, on the sheet it says it's 25 per, because I do have 1.
That doesn't make sense. It's 25 to cast the ceremony spell, which is what you have to cast to make it. It'd be making 0% profit.
I don't know, that's just what it says on the D&D character sheet. Under gold, it says 25 gold piece.
You can't tell you don't like DoorDash.
Oh yeah, no, it says 25 gold pieces. What?
Yeah.
How do they figure that?
I don't know.
It literally costs...
Yeah.
Oh no, hold on. Let me just double check something. I might be wrong.
Yep. Because I have the Balance of Harmony uses holy water to cast detect good and evil as a ritual. Or I can use a transparent gem worth 100 gold piece in each pan, which is ridiculous. Why would you spend 200 gold
So
when you
balance
can
of
use a
harmony.
bottle of holy? Yeah,
I
it's
just want to point something
sprinkle
out
the
to you
pan
real
with
quick.
holy water or place.
Yeah.
Huh.
It doesn't consume the gems.
Oh.
That you just place the
I
gems
just
on
kind of
there.
I just kind of assumed that it was consuming them. Either way, why would I carry around 200 gold pieces of clear gems when I can just sprinkle a bit of holy water on there?
It's a bigger one-time cost versus like an investment that you don't have to pay multiple times. Because when you sprinkle the holy water, you can't put it back in the bottle.
True. And you can probably sell the gems for the same price later on if you need to.
Yeah. So it's more of a how often do you think you're going to be using this kind of thing? Whereas
I don't
like,
see it using it a whole lot.
okay, then buying a thing of holy water, a thing or two of holy water is, you can use it
Yeah,
when you want it, and you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money to do so.
yeah. And can I also buy a greater potion of healing?
Yeah,
You said there were 200? Okay.
yeah. All right, so go ahead. We'll do the 25 gold for the flask of holy water.
Okay. I'm gonna buy 2 of those then.
Okay.
So I have 3 total. Cool. And I'm good to go if everyone else is.
Okay. Is that everyone?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then you plot a course. The Black Pit. Black Pit is pretty close to the border between Brayland, Ondare, and Thrain, up next to the Black Caps, the mountains. It will take you 2 days to get there. You'll arrive around like noonish on the second day. Thank you. Fourth again. 2 days to Black Pit. All right. On your way there, since you were asking earlier, Pesh will say, so how these work? You have to bring back the actual head of the target, so you can't just use like a fake body or a fall guy or anything like that. Um, yeah.
What's stopping someone from transmuting the head to look like the target?
Um, actually, I don't think there is magic like that. All the magic like
Is there
that, I
not?
think, is an illusion.
Oh, fair enough.
Except for, uh, and I think most transmutation magic that like actually physically changes your appearance ends if you die. So
Useful.
Polymorph.
polymorph ends if you drop to 0.
Aw.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I'll do some digging. Because I'm wondering, because like once someone's dead, I'm sure there's magic that can like shape things, like just material to look like something else. So if you got like an artist to make the
So
head look like someone
theoretically,
else.
it's possible.
Yeah.
Still, like there are spells that can do that, but it's gonna be really expensive to get those spellcasting services done, and then you also would have to pay like hush money to the spellcaster and all that other stuff. So
Cool.
it would be more work than it's worth.
Yeah.
There are illusion spells that wear off after a while, but they do wear off, and that's where the security thing comes
The
into
rub
play.
is. Yeah.
Because
I'm not thinking that we should do that. I'm just
because if you
posing
cheat,
theoreticals.
if you cheat an assassin's guild out of their money, they are not the enemies that you want to have.
No. Like I said, I'm not thinking that we should do this. I'm just speaking in hypotheticals. Purely hypothetical.
Yeah.
Right.
And plus, I mean, they don't really like. Typically,
this guy's a
that's
bad
not
dude.
even a problem that they have to worry about because the people that they offer jobs to are people that work for them. You know,
Yeah.
people that are part of the guild.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. As you are starting to get close to Black Pit, Orpheus will ask, "All right, Sonnies, what's the plan? Are we flying straight into the center of town and, testing our luck, or are we finding someplace out of sight to sit down?"
An out of sight place would probably be best if we're doing this job. Just saying. Unless Mr. Petrified here for 90 years has a better idea.
I mean, I think we'd be fine. Just, jump right in, kick things off, run in raging.
That sounds exactly why you got petrified for 90 years.
No, that was so totally different.
You know what? I'm starting to
That's
side with the
petrified.
bartender on a few things.
What, gay?
Mm. Oh my god.
So much funnier of a pronunciation than I thought it was gonna be.
Nah, don't listen to him.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
he's better at sneaking than I am. He can have his cowardly sneaks surrounding. I'll just get the job done.
You know what? That's fine. You can do that. I'm gonna... And then I'm just gonna... When we get close, I'm just gonna, try to get in quietly. Get close to the target, maybe?
Alright, so there's one vote for fly right into town and one vote for set down someplace far away. What do the rest of you guys think?
If we try to set away, there will be more eyes on us. As far as anyone's aware, we're just traveling adventurers looking for work. They don't know we're here to kill this guy. And Pesh has been out of the game for 90 years, so I doubt anyone knows him. As long as we keep him quiet about why we're here, setting into town would be the best option. Raise less suspicion.
So 2 for going in town and 1 against.
Fane, is Leroy Jenkins your way of saying that you want to just fly in?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Check my notes. If flying straight into town.
Sometimes-
Here we go.
Yeah, sometimes being less suspicious is better than sneaking around and hoping to not get caught.
Says the person that failed their stealth checks every time.
Yeah, like I said, being less
So
suspicious.
far.
And also, I haven't
So far.
failed a stealth check since the dungeon that we picked Pesh up in.
Yeah. Really, I mean, they've got me fucking pedals. Like,
Oh, right, I forgot to mute him. Okay.
Also, I feel really bad for Ben because he's been here in the call the whole time, but hasn't gotten the job.
Yeah.
No, man, I'm just chilling.
As you guys.
It's Cedar Rapids.
As
know
you
where that
guys.
is.
Ben's actually the pirate we're supposed to assassinate.
No, but that would be a crazy plot twist.
That really would be.
That would be almost as crazy a plot twist as the first time that I ran this mission. There's
What
not gonna be
happened the
that great.
first time you ran this?
The first time I ran this mission, he turned out to be like the long lost brother of one of the other players, and then
Oh.
there was like conflict that they had to, because Pesh was a player character
They had
in
to-
that campaign as well.
Oh,
But
yeah,
yeah,
that's not good.
well, it was actually really good. It was so good. Because, like, out of character, they were all, like, making sure to communicate and be like, hey, I'm not actually, like, against you guys. This is just, like, playing my character, and these are my character's goals, and and these are your character's goals, and,
Oh yeah.
their communication was pretty good out of character. But,
That's good.
so it was just, yeah, it was fun. But, yeah. What is everyone's passive perceptions?
Mine's pretty low. It's a 14.
19.
Perception. Perception. Ah, 15.
15. And I can double check Fane's. Fane's is also 15.
Yeah, I have the lowest.
Okay. So I guess everyone, actually, because 14 was the...
Oh, shit.
No.
You all notice as the town of Black Pit starts to come into view, you see on each of the cardinal directions of this really kind of small town at the edge of the mountains is a guard tower about 30 or 40 feet high, overlooking the empty fields that have been cleared around the edges of town. You notice rising up from the mountain behind you a brigantine-class airship with a crimson hull and two stinger-like wings that house the elemental engine, with some kind of metal contraption on the back, rise up behind them, bearing a pirate flag.
Oh.
As it rises up behind you, someone on the other deck using thaumaturgy will yell out to you, "Come to a stop and surrender your ship!"
Ah. Shit.
What's your choice?
Well,
That's a pretty direct confrontation.
yeah, I wasn't expecting him to just pirate
They're
everything
pirates.
going in and
Yeah,
out of
I
town.
mean,
Guys, what if we just
I mean,
ram
this
them?
is Black Pit's just a town, isn't it?
it's a tiny, tiny town.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to fucking not barricade. What's the word?
You didn't expect pirates to pirate?
Blockade. I didn't expect him to blockade an entire town. That's not a way to
No, that makes
continue
sense.
living.
But it
They,
is a
For
pirate
decent
American
people?
pirates definitely did that. Look at
Yeah.
Charleston.
Pirates historically did that a lot.
They did that many a time.
Yeah, that's fair. You got me
Are
there.
you guys gonna come to a stop and surrender, or are you going to try to fight or flee? You see that their ship has cannons on the deck, and your ship has none.
We could put down and try to hide in the woods
I
and get
bet your
a
ship
sneak attack in on these guys.
So you're gonna try to flee and hide in the woods.
I mean, that's
Are-
my recommendation.
Aren't we gonna lose the
Out of
ship?
care.
I mean, if we
It's
go
a ship in a bottle. We can just put it in the bottle once we
Oh,
touch
right.
down.
It takes
Right, I
10
forgot about
minutes
that.
to
We
do
could
that,
do that.
just so you know.
Oh
If we
yeah.
could put- Do you think we're faster than this other ship? Because they're loaded down
Well,
with
the question-
cannons and things.
Oh, you're certainly faster. The question is whether you can survive getting out of their range.
Ah,
Are we in range of their cannons right now?
Yeah, they came up kind of pretty close behind you. They're probably like 60 feet behind you.
oh.
We could feign surrender and go into an attack. Let them pull right up. Make sure the ship's out of way of the cannons, and when they try to board, repel boarders.
Bane says surrender, surrender, regular surrender.
I could dimension door and then cast slow on them and then
You can cast slow on them, but not on their ship.
yeah.
Because I think slow has to target people.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But if I cast silence, they won't be able to give commands.
Yeah,
Silence
but I don't
does-
think silence will cover the whole
Wait.
ship.
It wouldn't cover the whole ship, and it's also, you select a point, so it doesn't move with the ship if they move, so they could just drive out of the silence.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, not if they don't have the orders to go. They'll probably use hand signals and stuff. That would cause confusion.
Hmm.
I mean, we could always get it back if we do a regular surrender now. We can always try to get it
Well,
back later.
I doubt they're gonna take the ship as a whole. Because what use would they have for a little sloop like this?
Yeah, I wonder what use would pirates have for a ship.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
let's think about
Well,
that.
not when they have
Yeah.
a full battleship like that.
So this is a brigantine.
I mean,
This is
they
the
might
smallest size. This is the second smallest size class. This is one size class larger than your ship.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a lot bigger.
Yeah, so it goes sloop, brigantine, frigate, man of war is the sizing. You guys are in the smallest, fastest ship. They're in the next size up. It's like just a little smaller than a frigate, but still like pretty well suited for general battle. It's the most common type. Frigates are more like passenger ships and warships, and then man of wars are, you almost never see them.
Yeah. I feel like we
60-foot
should try to
radius
run.
Fog cloud?
That plus running might get us away.
Would a 60-foot radius fog cloud cover our ship?
It would, but again, your ship would, it selects a point, so your ship would just move out of it. You'd be creating a
Yeah.
cloud in the sky. It would still give you kind of like,
We could do a cloud in between us, and then
Yeah,
they'd have to
potentially
drive
cover-
through the cloud to see us.
That
And that would give us a little bit of time to sprint away.
Uh,
I don't know. I'm for trying to run. I feel like if we drop down and just sprint in one direction, we can get away. Plus the fog cloud in between.
yeah, I mean, all we gotta do is get like 10-minute lead on them, and then we could go down and ship in the bottle, and then journey on foot in or something. But we definitely, if we're gonna do this, we should do it quick, and we should coordinate. I could drop like a loud shatter to like disrupt them as you drop the cloud.
Yeah.
Kind of flash
Shatter
back and
on
smoke
the
grenade.
ship is awful.
Like an awful
Jesus.
plan or awful for them?
Awful for them. Like,
Yeah,
holy
honestly, a
hell.
shatter. Oh no, I took ensnaring
Loud
strike,
ringing.
damn it. I feel like if we surrender, we're in just as bad of a position, though.
I don't know. What are the range of their cannons?
Cannons. Actually, would you know that? Give me an intelligence check, advanced technology.
Okay, intelligence.
Which I think, since you don't have proficiency, you still get to add half your proficiency because of Jack of all trades.
You're trying to. Oh, I clicked a button.
Yeah.
Okay, so plus another probably.
That's-
Okay, yeah. You don't know.
That's so sad. That is so sad.
Could I take a stab at it?
Sure, yeah, you can also give me an advanced technology
Yeah.
check, which is an intelligence
So that's just
skill
an
check.
intelligence. That was an 11.
Mhm. They shoot far. That's all you know.
Okay.
Yeesh.
I mean, we can always try to get it back if they do take it.
Yeah, I
Like,
feel like
okay.
surrendering, though, is gonna lose us a lot.
They're pirates.
Yeah.
They're gonna pirate us. That's what they do.
I know.
Well, they can always
I
run,
know.
and then if they get blown up, I could be a cackerel.
Oh! I have an idea.
Oh,
I
idea?
have an idea.
Idea.
Okay. I have disguise self.
I also have disguise.
We
self.
know the guy that we're looking for is in charge of a fleet, so it's not likely that he's going to be on this ship itself.
That's big. I like what you're putting down. I see the vision.
I cast disguise self on myself. We let them come close, and then I do checks to convince them that I am this guy. We don't, but it's better than just straight surrendering.
By the way, Orpheus lets you know that the close range for cannons is 600 feet, but they can shoot as far as 2,400.
Oh, thank you, Orpheus. That's
Yeah,
surprising
no.
news.
Yeah, so I mean, your ship is
Probably
quite
gonna be-
fast. Your ship could move probably like. It would take probably like 2 or 3 turns to get out of close range. Probably 3 turns to get out of close range. And then, 4
Okay,
times as long to get out of
running-
long range. If you were running.
Running's
but-
not an option. Running's not an option then.
Ramming speed.
This does come
How many
with an
people can
upgrade
fit on
to
that
a
ship?
ship.
Oh,
Breaking
here, let me, I actually can't believe I didn't think about this. I have a picture of the ship.
Oh, sick.
If we surrender, they're gonna take our weapons.
That's what I would do.
We won't be able to. Yeah, we won't be able to cast spells
They can.
because they're gonna take our focuses. Which, yeah, we still have access to some spells, sure, but not everything. So it severely limits our options. And if we get chained up somewhere,
Crimson Scorpion. That is a cool name.
I don't.
Oh, that's cool looking.
Okay, we need that ship.
Pesh could
How
have his
many
own
people?
ship after this.
How many people fit on that ship?
That ship?
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
a
ship-to-ship
brigantine.
combat,
So,
they winch.
do I have... Oh, I don't have it in here. I do have it in the community server, but let me just
Wait, hang
upload
on,
real
let me read all
quick.
your messages, try to understand.
Yes, I know we're ship to ship. I'm saying we let them pull up alongside and maybe fight them and take their stuff, but I'm trying to figure out how many people we'd be up against.
Yeah, so I do have that information in the owning a ship PDF. I've got like ship stat blocks and stuff. You can find that in my
Yeah.
D&D community server, or I just barely posted it in player resources if you want to look at it. But
Yeah, I just
the
need
general
to
answer
know.
is a lot more than you currently have, and not as many as probably like 20 or 30.
Okay. It's not a sloop. It's not a frigate. Brigantine.
Brigantine.
Capacity 15 to 30, crew 50 passengers, crew included.
I mean, that range is so significant. There's definitely no chance of.
Yeah,
We
so
don't
they
have
could
any
have as low
firepower.
as 15 as high as 30. We have 4 people plus Orifir, Pesh, and Kebble, so that's 8. So that's at least 2 to 1, assuming they're on the low end. If we get on board and they take our weapons, I'm useless at that point.
We might be able to strike some kind of bargain or something. We can try to be persuasive for them to not take like everything.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of
We
how
could act
we
like we
could
want to
do it.
join them. We
No,
could act
that's
like
the
we came
easy
here to
part.
join them.
That is not a bad idea.
Fane fighting for his life in
I'd
the
like,
comment section. Here, let me unmute Fane just in case.
yeah, trying to avoid us getting taken prisoner because that makes everything about this very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
If we can find some way to avoid having all of our weapons taken, yeah, it makes it more fun. It also makes it
Alright.
much
So
more
here's
likely that we
what
lose
I'm gonna do.
everything.
I'm gonna
You
set
know,
a
I'm
timer.
okay
When
with
the
it.
timer
I'm
runs
okay
out,
with it. Yeah,
a decision must be made.
That's
You have
fair.
1
Alright,
minute. Go ahead.
do we
I'm
want
okay
to
with
take a vote about trying to negotiate with the pirates to not take us prisoner, feign, fake trying to join their crew,
How about this?
or we do Fane's plan of surrendering?
How about this? We could
Um,
do plan of surrendering, but give me all your weapons, and I'm just gonna wild shape.
Badger.
Oh,
No,
actually,
Badger.
something smaller.
I like that plan. We give all of our weapons to Astasera. Well, that makes the jailbreak a lot easier because then all of
Someone
our
can steal
weapons
the
are
key
hidden.
and the weapons.
We pretend to be merchants on our way to pick up merchandise, so it doesn't look like we have much.
Okay.
We give all of our inventories to Astasera, and then Astasera hides.
I think it would
I'm
be good to
walking
have
through,
one of us that isn't
as opposed to
captured. I
having all of
definitely
our
agree with
stuff
that.
taken.
I definitely think one of us being an outside party would be helpful.
Wild
So,
shape to
Fane,
a spider and stay near the group.
to explain the logic, when you wild shape, all of the equipment that you have melds into your new form. So when you unwild shape, all that equipment is back to its equipment state. Is what they're saying. Okay.
Yeah. I like that plan.
I think it's a good
in
compromise because we're
addition
still
to
surrendering and
Fane's.
going in there, but we have a third out. It's a combination of everything, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's our best plan.
Plus, with Pass Without a Trace, on top of utilities like Fog Cloud, I have the easiest way of getting around the ship without being spotted.
Yeah, your pass without a trace is going to be huge because it
Remember,
almost
pass
makes
without
it
a
impossible
trace.
to fail stuff.
Stealth checks only apply if there's things to hide behind. I just want to point that out.
True,
Like
but also
you
if he's
can't
a
just hide in the middle
spider.
of the field if there's nothing to hide behind, no matter how
But
good
who-
your
Yeah, but
stealth score is.
Yeah,
if
but
you're a
who
spider, you can hide
for
behind a
spider?
blade of grass.
Okay,
Yeah, if you're a spider, you can hide behind something as small as a blade of grass.
that is true. That is true. So,
And besides,
is
if
that
it
what you're doing?
fails and he gets
Timer
caught,
is up.
I'm for it.
I'm for it. We gotta do it quick
It
though,
it
'cause
it,
they're still
it was
kind
an
of getting in sight.
analogy, not a literal thing. Well, I can hide a saucer in my pocket, in a pouch or something.
Okay. Sounds like the general consensus is that you're gonna stop.
Yeah.
As you come to a
Are
stop,
we
this
going?
other big
Okay,
ship
if it
will...
fails, then we're just left with your plan. Right. Are we going with Istosfer's plan or Fane's plan?
Ship pulls up. What does the saucer do?
I'm going to immediately cast Pass Without a Trace and wild shape into a spider.
Well, wait, we gotta give you our stuff first.
Okay. All right.
Alright.
They pull up next to you, right as I think Stasser is wild shaping into a spider, and they put down their boarding rails, and a few pirates head over onto your ship.
Lorivor throws his hands up in a sign of surrender.
I'll do the same.
Alright.
I would like to have kept my knives on me,
I'll
just
also have kept my
my daggers. Yeah, just my daggers. Looks like I'm not completely unarmed.
Take their weapons. Gather up everyone on the ship.
Happy Mothering Day to mothering all of us.
I say Pesh, silently glares, not having his glaive anymore. They take
Damn, I
Orpheus' wand and
You work tonight, don't
anything that was potentially not like your daggers.
Yeah, I take an hour between here and then I'm going
I
back
should
over
have offered. I should have offered
because
to
I'm a
sell my
fucking
glaive
fucker and I thought
to
you guys were going to be a lot
Pesh.
worse off. And I was like, oh, they're going to need help. You don't.
Rough meter, my bad. Yeah, Pesh still had a normal ass glaive.
Yeah, I didn't realize Pesh was even using a glaive.
Yeah. So they get you guys surrounded, get you all gathered up, and the captain of the pirate ship, not the guy that you're looking for, he's got like a long, scraggly, unkempt beard, and he's probably like Probably like 40 or something. He's got missing teeth and, classic pirate material. Holds up a scimitar to you guys once you're all gathered in a circle. Oh, hello. Thank you for the follow.
Hello.
Thanks. Yeah. He'll say, "What's your business coming through this neck of the woods?"
Merchants picking up merchandise.
Ah, I see. Alright. Then we'll tow you into town. Boss is probably expecting you. Actually, give me a deception check.
Deception, where is it? Okay. 23.
Good.
Alright. Yeah, he doesn't suspect anything's off about that statement. Or he doesn't seem to, at least.
I'd also like to amend my previous statement. We're not merchants. We were hired by merchants to pick up merchandise due to the danger of the town.
He still believes you.
Cool. Yeah, I know. It makes it easier to lie later.
Merchants, but
Yeah, it makes it easier to lie later. We're not the merchants. We were just hired by merchants to pick up merchandise.
all right.
Until they ask.
Just make
us
sure you have
to.
the gold, and he'll have his people hook like big, thick boarding hooks to the front ends of your ship, and hook
They
it
didn't
onto.
take our gold.
Gold's required at payment.
No. There was a question for you. As the
No,
DM.
they didn't take your gold. They just took your weapons.
Oh,
Because you said you're merchants.
yeah. Whichever ones that Astastro didn't have.
Our daggers and small stuff.
Good guess, by the way.
Yes.
Well, for the the merchant's ploy.
Yeah, that worked out somehow.
Oh, that's my given. In when I'm lying about something in most things, I go to merchant. I'm like, yeah, we're merchants.
Yeah, blame the merchants.
We
Just
were
say
hired by
little.
merchants. One of the two. It's a
Alright.
pretty standard lie for me.
Darien. So you guys get pulled into town, Darien, from the outskirts of the town, from the forest, just outside of the sight line of the guard tower. You see a small sloop get approached and then taken into town by these pirates. You've been scouting this place out for a little bit. You know that there's currently 2 crews active within the town. One in a much bigger ship than one in a bigger ship than the other. Do you want to do anything, or are you waiting to find a better opportunity to make your move?
We are in the town.
Just outside of the town, Darien.
What do y'all think?
No, not you.
No.
I'm talking to the new guy.
Oh, you're talking Darian. Okay, I thought you were
I'm
calling
sorry,
the
what?
town Darian. We're both
Did I miss
confused.
something? Hold on.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're just outside of the town in the forest, forests and mountains, just outside of the sight line of the guard towers, and you see a sloop approach the town just to get stopped, boarded by these pirates and dragged into town. Do you want to? You've been staking it out. You know that there are two ships that are currently in the town that belong to the pirates. There's that one, and then a slightly bigger one.
Okay.
Do you want to make a move, or are you waiting for a better opportunity to present itself?
Well, probably sneaking out there in broad daylight isn't a good idea.
Okay.
So might have to wait for a better time.
Okay. Then starting now, at any point that you think you might have an opportunity to slip in, or that you want to join, let me know, and you will.
Yeah.
And I'll, narrate that and bring you in.
Sure.
The rest of you guys get brought into the town. This is a fairly small town. Just a few streets, mostly like these thatch wooden houses and stuff. Except at the end of the main road, you see a huge, broken down man-of-war class airship that seems to have, some kind of building built out of the front of it. It's got, tables on the outside, pirates drinking around tables, playing cards and dice. Just to the left of it, if you look on the tactical map, which I just remembered I need to sync the view so that the people watching the stream can see the tactical map as well. Yeah. Just off to the left of that, you see kind of a square building with a flat roof that has a frigate-class airship docked. Ready to go. You see there's some crew members aboard, doing cleaning and making sure everything is good to go. You see a frigate-class airship with a brown hull and gold trim with 2 rings of elemental energy around it. One a thin bluish ring, an air elemental, and then one a ring of orange fire. And it has an eagle figurehead. Along the side, in golden lettering, it says Desert Eagle. Pulling up almost next to that ship, the Crimson Scorpion comes to a stop and untethers you, signaling for you to... Or not untethers you. They come to a shop and signal for you to depart, to climb down into the town below. The captain of this ship also climbs down, along with a couple of his other pirates, throws down their rope ladder and climbs down to escort you. Who else going?
I'll go. I don't know who else wants to go.
You have a pocket spider.
Ah. Cool. I like spiders. What kind of spider is it?
Just imagine one of those like small, tiny jumping spiders.
Yes, I was hoping you'd say I love jumping spiders. I love jumping spiders. Sorry, I got really excited there.
It's okay.
Okay, so it looks like everyone's gone. Alright, as you guys head down the part. Where's the other? Gotta refresh my alchemy. This will take way too long if I have to click on every single token to... Thinking about it now, I probably should have, There he is. Okay. This pirate captain gestures towards the house on your left and leads you up to it. Reaching up and pounding on the door. Hey, Captain! We've got some buyers.
I got a question for the group real quick.
Indeed.
So, do we want to try to bluff our way through this for a little bit and see if we can get a couple of days spent here to scout and try to assassinate this guy quietly, or do we want to
I don't think that's a question you
burst
can
out?
ask right now.
Well, I'm just trying to decide how to play this upcoming thing.
Right. But you can't
Okay,
conversate
that's fair. That's
in front.
fair.
I mean,
That's
you can
fair.
say that absolutely, but that will
Well,
immediately blow your cover.
I meant out of character. I meant out of character to the table. How did we want to try to run this?
I think in character you guys wouldn't have
If I,
necessarily that.
yeah, if I can't, that's
information.
fair. It was worth a try. Okay.
Okay. Orpheus and Keble will stay behind to make sure nobody does anything shady to the ship. And to make sure it's ready for a swift escape should you need it. After a few moments, the door creaks open, and a man steps out. Tattoos along his face, his long, greasy two-toned hair falling off to the sides. He's got earrings and rings and piercings. And along his side are two gun holsters. One slightly longer than the other. Ah. Customers. Well. I presume you're here about diamonds?
Yes.
Very well. How many do you want, and how much do they need to cost?
Well, we're sent here to negotiate price and quality. We'll need to see a sample of the product first,
Price
as
and
well as
quality is not how we function. You see,
oh
magic
no.
is subjective. Do you need
See, we are
a 300 gold diamond, a 500 gold diamond, or a 5,000 gold diamond?
like to. I'm gonna look back at the group, and whichever one looks the least bewildered by this, and ask the question out loud. What kind of diamond were we here for?
And how many?
Well, I believe you.
What was that?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you cut out there at the end.
I think you're cutting out again. I can't hear a word you're saying.
Oh, great. I believe we were here for 5 diamonds of 500 quality.
5 of 5. Okay. Also, on a personal note, if you have any, say, 100 gold, a pair of them that I need as a catalyst for something.
100 gold.
So
What?
500 gold and 2 100 gold.
Ah,
Diamonds. Of course.
very well. You know, if you were coming, you should have sent a message. I would have had them prepared for you.
Ah,
You didn't
see,
get her
there's the rub. We are the intermediary for the merchant. He was too scared to come out himself, so he hired us.
He'll smile, kind of a wicked grin, and as he does, you'll see that his canines have been replaced with platinum fillers. Sharpened and elongated. Ah. That makes sense. Well, business. What can you do?
Indeed.
Johnny, go grab these fine customers some gems. And the bandit captain will kind of nod and take off this direction. Like, he'll start by walking, and then Alistair will say, fast, and he'll break into a full sprint.
Do you have somewhere we might wait? Somewhere comfortable?
Of course. He closes his door, locks it behind him. Right this way. Have I shown you to our bar?
No, I don't believe you have.
Common courtesy is lost on so many of the young folk. He'll say, his eyes glazing over, or narrowing over the two pirates. Right this way. He'll bring you to the tavern that is built into the front of this wrecked man-o'-war. named the Light Bearer. Right through here, you should have more than enough entertainment. Let me know if
Perfect,
you
and I'll-
need anything else.
I'll gesture to the group. I'm personally rather tired from our long journey. We rode through the night to get here. So, if you have a room that I might rest in for some time, until the diamonds are ready, of course.
He gestures again to the man of war. You're free to rent a room at the Light Bearer.
Perfect. And I'll gesture to my companions to follow. Approximately how long will this transaction take?
Well, that depends on how out of shape Johnny is. The moment he
And,
returns, I
or-
can give you the diamonds, you can give me the gold, and our business is concluded.
Of course, would it be acceptable for us to, say, spend the night here? Just to rest before our journey back? You know how it is, riding through the night, avoiding the authorities.
Of course. Again, you're free to rent a room at the Light Bearer.
We will. I'm gonna...
You'll shoo off
Are y'all following me inside?
the two bandits, or the two pirates that were following Johnny around.
Do we go inside the tavern, guys?
It's a good question. Is everyone following Lorivor?
Yeah, we go into the tavern. Let's get a drink on.
I was gonna say I'm just a pocket spider.
Yeah. The Stoster's in my pocket.
Okay.
Literally.
The
So-
whole time Pesh is
Famous drinking with us.
kind of gritting his teeth, watching the interaction go down. As you head into the bar, Pesh will lean up to Lorivor. He's going to say, "That's our target. When do we get to kill him?" In a low whisper.
Yeah. Clap Pesh on the shoulder, laugh like he just told me a good joke. Later. We need to prepare first.
I don't
Also
like
in a low
stealth
whisper.
missions.
Oh, don't worry. We just can't take on 40 people at the same time.
You guys head in.
Okay. Now, quick question for the group. Do we have 2,700 gold between the 5 of us? Because we might need to buy these diamonds and then spend the night here and try to get our gold
Hoping
back.
We could negotiate the price further down. But
I
I
don't
don't think there's no
negotiate.
negotiating here.
Yeah. I have 1,500 gold. I don't know how much gold you guys have, so I can
I have
personally pay for 3 of them.
1,324.
I was saying, how much did we get from the
Okay,
silhouette
so
convention
that's-
again per person?
Nothing up front.
Hmm.
Okay, so between me and Eberron, we can pay for them up front. So what we can do is pay for 1 or 2 rooms to re-equip ourselves. And then me and Eberron can pool our money to pay for the gems, spend the night here, and then attack during the night. Spend the day scouting and getting what information we can, and then attack during the night. That's my preliminary plan. If anyone has any suggestions or
let's get you
alterations.
to a private location before you make those plans.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll go inside and pay for a room.
As you walk in, you see there's kind of the interior area of the bar. The bartender actually kind of looks like a normal dude, but most of the patrons look like they're bandits or pirates of some kind. There's another, dark room, or dark, not dark room. There's a, well, I mean, yeah, it is like a dark room, but there's like a curtained room off to the side that you can hear music playing from. The bartender's cleaning glasses. Hello. How can I help you today?
How much for a pair of rooms? Adjoining, if possible.
Yes. We do have a couple of rooms. They're 2 gold per night.
I'm just gonna, not roughly, but not gently either. 4 gold on the counter.
All right. Here are your room keys. It's room number. It's room number 304 and 305. So 3rd floor, 4th room.
Thank you.
No, 304 and 306. My apologies. 305 is on the opposite side of the hall.
I'll give him a weary look. Kind of a, I'm tired and don't want to deal with this kind of look.
So sorry for the inconvenience. Enjoy your stay.
And then gesture to the group and we'll go up to the rooms.
Okay.
And then discuss the plan.
Yeah. All right.
I think this is a safe spot for Astostra to wild shape back into a person.
Is it?
You
I
are now
don't know.
inside of your room. So the insides of these rooms are like areas, like floors of the battleship that have been converted and renovated into effectively like individual rooms. There's the portcullis, not portcullis, the thing that's the flap that opens up that the cannon sticks through functions as like an open window that you can open and close at will.
Portcullis is the right word, I think.
I think portcullis is like the window.
Oh no, wait, that's like a gate in a castle.
Or no, portcullis is the metal gate. It's that thing. You know what I'm talking about, though.
Oh, they're literally just called a gun port.
Yeah, I said the gun port
I just
functions
looked it
as
up.
the window.
Okay.
To this little room, or to these rooms. Each one has like a set of bunk beds.
Can I investigate the room for anything that might be used to spy on us?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me an investigation check.
Was a 16 get me?
Alright, after a pretty thorough investigation, you look around. You aside from, people like potentially standing out in the hall, or if you're talking loud enough that they can hear you outside of the thing, because there's no like glass in the window. It's just kind of open. Aside from that, aside from people being able to like just potentially hear you talking if you're talking loud enough, there doesn't seem to be any thing that you can find.
This is as private as it's gonna get, and I'm gonna close the gun port.
Okay.
And pull a Stasra out of my pocket and kind of nudge. Like, hey, you can turn back into a person now.
I'll jump on top of the head and then turn back into a person.
In response to that, once I stand up, I'm gonna pull out my little whistle and blow it as hard as I can.
Oh
You
god.
still have a person falling on you, or appearing on
Oh
you.
yeah,
So.
it hurts. I'm saying once you get off of me, or I get out from underneath of you.
Mm. Ooh, okay, that's good news from Fang.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So my merchant intermediary lie. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my intermediary for merchant lie went way better than expected. So now we have most of our equipment and a private room to plan.
Well, the good news is we can take a nice short rest here while we're waiting on word from them. Because you guys had decided to name a very expensive selection of diamonds.
Yeah. But thankfully, we have enough gold to cover it, and if all goes well, we'll be able to get that gold back.
Doors locked?
Doors, I'm pretty sure I locked it. Double check that real quick. Yeah, door's locked. So now that we have a bit of time to plan, I'm gonna recommend that we send Istasra on a scouting mission, a quick scouting mission, maybe as a bird or something, innocuous.
Birds beyond me at the moment.
Something innocuous that you would expect to find around here then. And see what you see.
Please, I was in your pocket the whole time. Please tell me you at least paid attention to the local critters you might have seen.
DM, because I didn't think about that, because I was really counting on the bird thing.
You didn't think about that.
Would
You're
I
counting on the
have?
bird thing.
Would I have seen anything? No? Okay. Yeah.
Well, every place has its spiders, and I can definitely do that.
Okay.
However, I plan on staying in the room for a brief minute, taking a short rest to make sure I have everything planned and prepared.
Yes, of course. No, we're in the planning stages right now.
And also, since they don't know about me, the more I stay out of the way and out of sight, the better.
Stasra is our ace in the hole at the moment. Oh, we lost Pen.
Yeah, he had to.
You had to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what I'm thinking is when we go to pay for the diamonds, again, if we pool our resources, we have enough to cover them. That's fine. That won't look suspicious. I'm not going to try to haggle. We're going to try to get the gold back later. And if we can take out this guy quickly and quietly during the night, we won't have to fight the entire bandit camp.
What do you think the rest of them are going to do when they
And
find out
one
that
of
we-
us, either me or Eberron, can take his clothes and disguise self to look like him, and can lead us out of here safely and quickly. Possibly even steal one of their airships, preferably the one with big guns.
Technically,
But that's
both of
more of
them
a
have
secondary.
guns, but
Yeah, preferably the cool one, whichever one's faster. So I think that's a fair set of objectives, if y'all agree.
give me my glaive.
You're not
Pesh,
supposed to have the glaive right now.
Well,
there will be a time to do things loudly.
ah!
I know, but we're gonna need to stick to stealth for this one because there are a lot of pirates here.
So we kill lots of pirates. I don't see the.
We do.
That sounds like a great idea.
We do not have the manpower to take out. I don't even know how many pirates. An entire town of pirates. We do not have the manpower for that.
He'll look you straight in the face, and then he'll flex one arm, and then flex the other. Manpower.
Says the
Pesh, how
one
many-
that was paralyzed. That was not paralyzed, but says the one
Petrified?
that was
Turned to stone.
petrified for 90 years in nothing but a loincloth.
Ash, you're still recovering from that. You said so yourself. That's why you didn't check in with the guild. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I fought a dragon, though. These guys.
At most, I think you could take out 4 on your own.
4?
On your own, right now.
4 pirates?
Until you rebuild your strength.
That's insulting.
And I know that's low. It's meant to be. It's meant to be. Pesh, you are not at your
We'll
optimal
make a bet.
strength. If you think
I bet you that I could take out more than 4 pirates. You give me back my glaive, and I find out.
Pesh, see, I'm okay with making a wager. However, okay, I'll tell you what. Here's what we'll do. Sneaking. We're gonna sneak to get this guy alone. And if you can take him out in one shot, we'll take out the rest. We will together take out the entire rest of this band of pirates.
1 shot.
You get one shot.
That's...
We'll do
Strong
things
people
your
don't die
way.
in 1 shot.
Okay. How many shots do you think it'll take you to take him down?
Until he stops moving.
How many do you think that is? Put a number on it.
Haven't fought him yet.
I know. You can't judge how strong someone is by looking at them?
You figure someone who was a really good assassin at one point could probably do that.
How many shots would it take you?
A
I'm
lot.
not an assassin.
Very many. I'm not a strong fighter. I'm not an assassin.
I was not at any point in time a professional assassin, but you were.
Exactly.
I didn't count my strokes, though. That's like a weirdo thing to do.
So more than 10.
But you figure one of the primary skills of an assassin, would that not be, sizing up your enemy?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can take him.
Average opponent. Average one of these pirates. Do you think you could take them down in one shot?
Yeah, 1, 2, maybe if they're lucky. Unlucky. Hurts a lot more the second hit. Yeah.
Because you're gonna need to take them down in 1 or 2 shots in order to not get surrounded and ambushed. And it doesn't matter how strong you are, if you have 4 or 5 people stabbing at you and shooting at you at the same time, you're not gonna win.
Unless I use my
Expand
brainwave
that
attack.
out. Expand that out to 15 or 20. Because they're not all going to be stabbing and slashing at you. I'm trying to convince him that going in guns blazing is not the right move here.
Yeah, well, going in stealthy means that you get caught in stealthy at the worst possible moment, and then everyone dies. So.
All right, I will tell you what. If we get
It's happened
caught
before, it'll happen again.
sneaking in, we'll do it your way. Full guns blazing.
Deal.
Whole 9
But I need
yards.
my glaive in order to do that. We can't be spending several minutes re-equipping if something goes wrong.
No, you will get your glaive before we attempt any of this, but we're gonna buy the diamonds first and spend the night here. And we'll do as much scouting in between as possible. So that way we can get the lay of the land.
Fine.
Is that agreeable? Okay.
Some intelligence is better than no intelligence.
Yeah. And if we get spotted,
Russian
I'll
stealth.
bet you one of the 100 gold diamonds that I'm about to buy. If you can take down every guard who spots us without alerting the others, I'll bet you a diamond.
At this point, why not bet
Can't
him
do
one
it.
of those 500 gold diamonds? That sounds like more of an appropriate wager for something like this.
The 200 gold then, because
You don't have
No,
the
they're-
200 gold
they're-
diamonds?
not yet. I'm gonna bet him 200 gold diamonds.
So the
Two
two
100
100
golds.
golds?
Yeah, okay, got it.
The 200 golds. Because just one of them is useless to me anyway.
Yeah.
We haven't
Fair
purchased them yet. We're gonna be.
Okay.
It's a good compromise. If we get spotted, you take out whoever spots us in 1 or 2 hits without everyone else getting alerted. We achieve both our goals. You get to be big guns, and I get stealth.
Although I will let you know I fight better in a big brawl. My adrenal glands get
I
shot
know.
if I do too many little ones.
Ah, fair. Don't worry. If we get into a bunch of little ones, I don't think they're gonna stay a bunch of little ones for very long. I'm not assuming that. I'm saying if that very specific situation happens, he's gonna get the 200 gold.
That's assumed.
Besides, if we get spotted early, I have another bet.
Exactly, that very
Okay.
specific situation.
So if
Can't
they
hear
do
you,
get
Fang.
alerted,
It was very muffled.
if they do get alerted, we can have a little wager. 300 gold. We kill more guards than you do.
We as a group?
Yeah, he's the professional. He should be able to kill more of these guys.
I'm down for it. We'll say 400 gold. That way each of us owes him 100, and he owes each of us 100.
No. Because I'll be going
No?
after my target. Primarily. Everyone else can come second or is just in my way. And I don't think
Okay, how
more
about
people
this?
will get in my way than you guys will kill.
That's fair. That is completely fair.
It could have been fun.
So
Unless we're planning
take a
on
short
staying
rest.
and you know killing the rest of them after we're done killing the target, because we can do that.
We might have to kill all of them on an airship.
Yeah, we
Anyways.
end up having to kill all the pirates anyway, just because, they man a single one of those cannons and we could be in trouble on our escape.
Yeah. That's why I'm liking the idea of disguising self and turning into him. And then stealing one of their airships and taking it out. Gotta come up with a good cover story for that, though, beforehand. Oh, we just put our airship into the bottle and then take our crew.
Right, so there's a minimum crew to operate
Oh, there's
airships.
a minimum crew?
Yeah, you have to have a minimum number of people to operate an airship.
I see that. Okay, yeah, we don't have that.
I think with a brigantine, it is a minimum of 15 people, and then frigate is a minimum of 25.
We could tow it with ours. Yeah, that's something I want to figure out during our that's something I want to figure out during our scouting, is how loyal these guys are, if they're just afraid. Because if they're just following him out of fear or money, it'll be much easier to get them to defect to our side. Whereas if they're following out of loyalty, getting them to defect is going to be damn near impossible. So that's something I want to kind of try to figure out while we're going around here.
Alright.
I'm writing this down real quick. Just our goals for the scouting. So figure out loyalty of crew. That could be really big, actually. Possible routes for assassination. Overall goals, we want to somehow steal an airship with crew. We want to kill big guy. What other goals did we have here? So kill big guy is big goal. Sub goals, steal an airship.
If I could find all their diamonds, I'm going to get as many of their diamonds as I
Wait,
can.
no way.
Loot. What?
Is that the wording?
That's what it says.
What?
You can also bring one willing creature of your size or smaller who is carrying gear up to its carrying capacity.
Can we rule of cool that? Because that seems a little useless for Eberron to have that spell.
Eberron, are you classified as a medium or small creature? Let's see, you're a halfling, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
meets it, beats it. Half? Half is medium?
Size is small. Oof.
So over.
What's the spell wording?
It says you can
Healthier
bring a
size.
creature your size or smaller
Yeah, I just read that. I
with
thought
you.
it
And
just said like one willing creature. I didn't read it all the way.
We
hold on,
have
let me
a
double check something.
vehicle.
Well, yeah, he can bring you if you're wild shaped into something smaller, but it eliminates a lot of the usefulness of that spell.
What are
Mhm.
you talking about?
Because Eberron, or
Dimension
because Eberron is a small-sized creature and everyone else is a medium-sized creature.
Re.
Hmm.
I will be right back.
I mean, I have never run it as your size or smaller before. I will just put in the Homebrew and Rulings channel dimension door, ignore your size or smaller. Still
I appreciate that
cannot
very,
be
very much.
higher
Thank
than
you.
medium if or it cannot be larger than medium. Unless, of course, you're large. So we're gonna home rule that your size is smaller.
Thank you.
Wording. Yeah, so you can bring medium creatures, just not large creatures. So no horses for you.
Is Pesh a medium or a large creature?
I can't pretend
Pesh
to
is
be
a
the
medium.
headless horseman.
He's a large guy, but he's a medium creature.
Okay, okay.
You talk about Pesh Pesh is huge, right?
Yeah, I really zoomed in and looked at Pesh's character art. He is ugly.
He's not.
He's an ugly looking dude.
He's beautiful.
He's grizzled.
I never really looked at his character art. Like, he is
Yeah.
ripped, but like overly so. He's got no neck.
Well, oh, are you looking at his token or his character art? Because his character
Yeah,
art's
it's
in the
his
characters
token.
tab.
Yeah, I'm
No,
looking at his
Pesh-
token.
No, Pesh is hot.
Dude's got no neck.
Dude has
He's neckless.
so much. You're looking at the wrong thing.
Chin
man.
for days, but no neck.
Look at his
Or
actual character art.
What?
in
The character art is better.
yeah.
He's
He's super hot.
Give me a sec. Let me go to art and there's Pesh.
I mean, it looks like he has Gara at his back.
Yeah, so when he was a player character, that was his last character who got petrified, and then they like mistakenly unpetrified Pesh instead.
Yeah.
Where is he?
He is right
He
above.
was far back.
Just got
He's
some-
below Taruz, above Baldur's Gate 3 fame.
Let me see.
He's not that far back. He's actually
Okay,
lower
I'm
than your
way-
character. Yeah.
January 12th.
So I see the Lumi.
You're way too far up.
Am I?
Wait, you're not even in. You're in art and memes, not characters.
Oh. Oh, he's in characters. That's why I missed him.
I was like, Lumi.
Oh, there he is. Okay, yeah, he looks not as bad.
He's hot.
He does have more aggressive looking gauntlets on though,
Yeah.
because I think so one of the player characters like commissioned art for all of the players because he had some extra money that he didn't know what to deal with. So that was Pesh's. And I just don't think that he included the gauntlets. Because Pesh wears gauntlets and a loincloth, and that's it.
Yep.
And that guy on his back is Barry Kuro.
So what are we doing?
Yes, indeed. Do you head out to finish the transaction?
Do we take we'll taking a short rest first so Stasper can get her
Oh no,
wild shape back?
I'm definitely taking a short rest regardless of what you guys do. I'm not leaving the room. Y'all do whatever
Yeah, I
y'all
was
need
just
to do right
okay,
now.
okay. Yeah, well, I vote we leave Astasra in the locked room. I did not mean to do that. Ignore that. Um, leave Astasra in the room. Go finish the transaction. You know, lock the door behind us so no one goes in there.
Okay.
And then
As you head out, he's sitting at a table,
oh,
feet kicked up on it.
real quick, did we pool our gold? We pulled our gold while we were in the room, yeah?
Yeah.
So I have 15. I have 1,500. I need 1,200 more to pay for the diamonds.
All right, I'll give you that 1,200.
Okay. And I'm just gonna go ahead and
We're gonna get our money
subtract
back, right?
I hope so, because it's a lot of money to lose for a cover story.
All right, I've given you the 1,200 gold. Make a.
It's
note
your
of
most
that.
expensive cover story yet.
How much?
Yeah.
How much gold did we each get
Okay.
earlier out of that 2,000?
So we'll go out to
400
meet him.
each, but I think Fame,
was
you
what?
were spent 400 each, but Fame, you were spending money on potions, right?
Right, but I hadn't added that to my sheet yet.
I'm back.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead
So
and
I'm just trying to figure
subtract
out how
whatever
much we're
potion
gonna-
money that you spent.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I'm trying to figure out how much I have.
Yeah.
I had
Yep,
Fane muted by
400.
accident.
Sorry, I probably. So I got 400 from that.
Yes. Correct.
Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, so I'll get 4 of the graders and 2 commons.
Okay, so that is 900 gold.
Yeah, which
Worth
leaves me
it.
with 83.
Okay.
4 graders and
Okay.
2 commons. I said. Okay, sorry.
Yep.
Go ahead. Continue.
So I'm spending like all of my gold on this cover story.
Big
Be
gamble.
thankful you
So I'm
didn't
really
choose more expensive.
to be fair, it was Erlen that chose
Yeah, that was kind of on my
the
bad.
five
I didn't
the
want to go
five
like
300.
low and then look unserious and something
Yeah.
wrong. But
No, it was a good number. It's just very expensive for me and you.
Well,
yeah.
in the off chance that this works, we can probably get all of our money back.
Yeah, here's hoping. So we'll head out to meet him.
Okay. He's sitting there, feet kicked up on the table, running a little like polish rag over the top of one of the diamonds. Get all settled in.
All right then. We'll sit down
did
on the
you
other
get
end
all
of the
settled
table.
in?
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood what you said. Anyway, yes.
Good.
Oh, am I going by myself or the rest of you coming with me?
I think we're on with.
Pesh is not coming with you.
Okay, Pesh can stay in the room.
And we know Stastra is
Although-
not coming with you. Is anyone else going?
I'll go so that I can give guidance if I need to.
I'll be there as
Okay.
well.
All right.
Let me just drop him with the guidance.
Here
real
you
quick as
go.
we
And he'll.
So you've got one.
He's got a little box that has like. He's got like a little box that has like a, a velvet padding inside of it. And then a little baggie in his other hand that has 2 tiny little diamonds. That you might like see in like an earring or a gemstone or something. Teeny little diamonds in the bag. He sets the bag on one side of the table. He opens it up. Those diamonds are a little bit bigger. Still not like big, but like maybe like a big diamond for a ring, or about half the size of your pinky nail.
Yep.
They're all pretty rough. None are,
I'll,
carved or anything yet.
yeah.
They're
I'm
kind
gonna
of raw diamonds.
pick one up and just examine it, hold it up to the light, look through it, and then put it back.
All right. Now,
Nod.
it works best if you pay for them individually. Then your employer can give you the details. But
Our employer is. How do I put this nicely? He's a little bit of an idiot.
If only Tabithy were here.
need me to explain it to you, or do you just want to buy them?
Oh,
I'm
go
fine
ahead.
either way.
Explain.
Well,
Explain.
you see, our business here, our business model, is built on the realization that magic understands a subjective cost, not objective. We've made quite a bit of money selling to hospitals, adventurers' guilds, other things, these diamonds that they use for Revivify, because all the magic specifies is their cost, not their quality.
It's an interesting concept.
Surely makes them easier
Okay.
to source. Anyways,
A very large part of me is tempted to pull out the Balance of Harmony and run a test with the small diamonds right here at the table.
the small diamonds are actually
not-
worth 100 gold.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, diamonds don't
Okay,
really
I'm
go
not
for
gonna do
cheaper
that.
than that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that then.
Also, you haven't purchased these, so it wouldn't.
Yeah,
It probably
that's
wouldn't
fair.
work.
Alright. In that case, I will lay out the gold in individual piles according to the worth of the diamonds.
One by one, he'll slide the piles of gold over to himself, and the diamonds over to you. Shuffle the gold into a leather bag, tie it up, and drop it in his pack. Pleasure doing business. Come back if you ever need more gems.
Will do. We'll leave in the morning.
And remember,
Spend the night drinking and celebrating. And
death
resting.
is only permanent if you don't spend the coin.
That's a good slogan. Perhaps our employer will use that.
Or perhaps not.
Perhaps not.
And while we're having this conversation, I want to be, or not quite as we're having the conversation, as we go to leave, I want to scan the area as best I can without being obvious for just everything I can that might help us plan.
Okay. I'm
So-
not sure entirely what you're looking for. I do have the battle map
So like,
on the
yeah,
thing.
so yeah, I'm thinking number of people, anything that looks like it might be a trap or a defense. Um, see if I can maybe figure out what some of these buildings are for, or if they're just like guardhouses kind of thing.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
All right. Do I have guidance from Fane or
Yeah.
okay.
That's what he's there for. Guidance all the way if you need it.
Okay. So there's a 19 before the guidance and 4, so it's a 23.
Nice.
Yeah, so you find that most of these houses that you can see around here are either like general store type things, like basic businesses, or are just like houses that people would live in.
Okay.
As far as people go, the amount of people on the street kind of fluctuates in and out. But there's probably 60 or 70 pirates in town altogether.
Okay.
Not ever like all at once, but just, in general.
Yeah. Just total of what I've seen is probably about 60 people.
They've got the guard towers and the area cleared out about 100 feet from the guard towers on the edges of town. So it's hard to, sneak in or out without being seen.
Okay. Are there any like buildings that I can kind of guess that there's like, oh yeah, that one's where they store loot, or that one looks like it's got heavier security.
There is the
I
building
haven't
that has a
seen-
frigate class airship parked in front of it.
Yeah,
that
but
he
I mean,
came
like,
out
are
of.
there any?
And then there's this one that has like obviously so many people all over the place. But
Yeah, and are there any that I haven't seen anyone go into or out of, or like any
several.
that they're actively avoiding?
None that they're actively avoiding, but I mean, lots of buildings you haven't seen. Most buildings, even, you haven't seen people actively go in and out of.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
I think that's about it for my investigation.
Head back to the building that he originally came from. Whistling a little. Little sea shanty as he walks back, counting the coin.
Okay. How high off the ground are we from our window?
About. So you're on the 3rd floor. But the floors aren't terribly large. You're almost 30 feet. Like, the top of your floor is almost 30 feet. So probably like 20, 25.
Okay.
I said the next floor above you would be the deck, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to talk to the barkeep and see if I can get something on the lowest floor possible.
Sorry, no can do. Those are all rented out to
Understood.
Captain Thrain and his crew.
What can you tell me about his crew?
You know, they're quite the drinkers. Oh, what's that? Yes, I'll be right there. Pleasure talking, and he'll go attend to a different
I'll tug on Lord Ward's
patron.
sleeve and say, next time slide him a gold.
Yeah,
If you
We're-
want info, you have to pay him.
yeah. Whispering to good old Eberron, we need to figure out if they're here for money, loyalty, or fear. It'll change our approach.
Well, they've got a good racket going.
So probably money.
Probably.
Are you two off by yourselves?
They're down in the
I
bar.
believe-
You can be with them if you want, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Payne will pipe in with that and say, not for nothing, but I think that if we want to glean information from these sailors about how they feel about their captain, we drink with them, make merry with them, break bread with them, bolster camaraderie with them. They'll tell us how they feel about their captain. It won't take very much, and then we'll also know which ones we might be able to recruit, should it come to that.
Well, sailors are known to complain freely.
Especially with a few drinks in their bellies. You see what I'm saying?
I have a plan for that as well. An idea for that, not a plan. And I'll pull out my tankard of sobriety that I've been carrying around and never used.
Nice.
Holy shit, is that gonna come in
Nice.
handy
That's
finally?
very handy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's actually the perfect
awesome.
scenario for this.
It finally came together. Good magic item.
I've been holding on to that and waiting for it to be useful this entire time.
you tried
quite
using
good
it
point.
one
You didn't
time,
even-
but then you were also
Yeah, I tried
doing
using it
in
one time.
Arconics in a
I
drinking
mean-
contest with.
Yeah, I got shut down.
You didn't even try
They
to
said,
force
"No."
it. This just kind of happened. You didn't even like try to force it.
Oh, I
on
know.
Sobriety.
I know.
It's meant to be.
Yeah.
That's perfect. So yeah, with that, we could just have one of us go in and pretend to get absolutely smashed with them and buy them a few drinks, get as much information as we can. I'm happy to
Okay.
volunteer as tribute. Being the
I have
resident
65
drunkard.
gold and a tankard of sobriety. I think so. I can attack from one angle, find one group, and go that way. You find a different group. Same plan. I'll use the tankard of sobriety. You use your alcoholism,
That's true.
and we'll get this done.
Alcoholism could be an ability.
Bane has it for sure.
I have a problem. Oh my god, that's so good. You use your alcoholism.
I'm sorry. I literally just have it going through my head. Go alcoholism.
Well, that's a bummer.
What's that?
We have fun here.
Oh, the
Oh my
new guy left the adventure.
Yeah.
So
Oh, he left the adventure.
yeah, he left on StartPlaying.
Ah, shit. Well, that sucks.
Yeah. It does.
Yeah, I was trying to get through things so I could introduce him, but
Oh well.
Sorry that didn't work out.
I even like refunded him for it because I was like, hey, it's we haven't really gotten the chance to
Introduce you.
introduce you, and it's been it's already like 11, so I
Yeah.
refunded him everything, but
I'm surprised that he left. If you did that.
oh well. If anyone's watching, we have an open seat now.
Yay.
So, on that topic, actually, I might try to get my brother into D&D,
Ooh, okay.
but we were messing around, and he did like the perfect voice for Kebble.
Yeah, so I am absolutely okay if people like want to come in and take over NPCs or other pre-made characters. I do have like a large store of pre-made characters.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
trying to convince my brother to join to play Kebble.
That would be cool. I hope you're successful in that.
If he does,
Yeah.
we would give Kebble a little boost in stats because Kebble's is using a stat block
Yeah,
with
yeah.
added levels instead of like, so he has less total stats. So if he did that, then Kebble would get a boost in stats.
Yeah. I'll let you know how that goes. It probably won't go well, but I'm working that angle.
Yeah, and if you guys know anyone, like I've said this a couple times before, I think, but word of mouth and like knowing someone in the game is a far more successful, both short and long term solution for filling games and filling seats. Because when people know, like when people are playing with their friends or people they know, then they're more likely to get involved and get invested and stick around. But yeah.
I bet that would be interesting.
Okay. So, you guys will have some time to strategize. You can go into the roleplay channel at all, like during the time in between sessions, and strategize in your rented rooms. Or if you're in Kabul, we'll probably go in and rent a room. I forgot they were. Or if
Yeah.
you're, we'll put the ship back in the bottle.
Yeah.
Rent a room.
I will very likely not have time during the week.
Just if
My
you
schedule
have
has
anything to add
yeah.
that you haven't already done, like if you
Yeah.
want things
Yeah,
like
I'll
that.
throw it in if I can.
So you guys will have
Yeah.
a week to think about it, to figure it out. Because that is where we're going
My
to end for
schedule.
today.
All right.
Yeah. My schedule has gone to hell recently, and it's only gonna get worse.
Yikes.
I'm gonna keep doing my damnedest to be here, but it's looking like I'm gonna be working a lot of weekends and or traveling on weekends and or moving out of my house on
Oh
weekends, in addition to working my normal hours during the week. So
no. Tell your boss
I'm gonna do my
that.
damnedest to make it.
Tell your boss that you're religious and he can't make you. And your religion. You don't have to tell him that your religion is
Yeah.
D&D.
Religion's D&D.
Yeah, the problem is I'm in the
Tell him.
process of moving out,
I'm playing as a
and
religious character. I cannot.
yeah,
I'm a cleric.
I have 14 days of time off for the entire year. And so I'm working on moving out of my house, and I don't have a whole lot of time to do that. So pretty much every free weekend I have is going to moving out of my house.
Yikes.
Like I said, I'm gonna do my damnedest to make it, but until I'm done moving out, my schedule's gonna be fucked.
I'm sorry that you got to move out of your place.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I might be moving to Delaware.
Hmm.
Interesting.
It's really cheap.
Alright, well,
Should be pretty nice.
let me sign off the stream real quick before we continue. Thank you all for joining. I will see you guys next time.